But one thing that kept disturbing me was that either I was the only young person in the room or among the very few women in the room. And I started asking the question, where are young people? Because then I have worked with young people and I knew that there are many young women and men out here doing amazing work.
She was determined to either be the change or bring the change.
Then I got the chance to be elected to be the spokesperson for Young Africans. And this particular day, I'm seated in this audience representing Kenya as part of the Kenya delegation. That same year, Kenya was set to be reviewed by the other African countries. And it was really interesting. So I sit in this room and it's really odd. There's only one woman, President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former Liberian president. No, the Liberian president then. And then there were no younger people or even youthful individuals representing governments. And I just wondered, wow, how much more would Kenya change? How much more would the continent change if only we had more young people and more women in positions of leadership? And at that point, I really got space to allow other young people to come in and learn and be mentored, coached, equipped for them to make their mark in this life.
From Addis Ababa, her burning desire brought her here, the Nairobi Arboretum. Week after week, she sat under these trees with 12 university students, coaching them through campus life.
This is where it all began. Under trees. We used to come here, sit down with the girls. By then, the mentorship was only targeting young women leaders, even though later on young men joined. But then we're just young women coming here, sitting down, learning, playing games, enjoying life together, interacting, supporting each other, and growing. And it's now 10 years. It's really unbelievable.
Then it was just a dream. But today, each of these 12 girls is a remarkable change agent in their communities, proud that they chart their path for the now over 10,000 young women and men that have walked in their ELF steps.
I knew that then there was power in mentorship. And I spoke to a few people who were running youth-serving organizations to say, can you introduce mentorship in the work
of ELF? When I was in that capacity, in my private life, I was a mentor to young people on public policy analysis issues. And she came to me for advice on how to start a foundation. And we worked together very closely in the early days to get it registered, to get it off the ground.
So in the first meeting, she told us about what she wanted to do at ELF. And when we listened, it was really a whole cocktail of things to sort out all Kenya's problems and all youth problems in Kenya. But the more we listened, the more it felt like her heart in mentoring young people through leadership at various levels, whether it's at personal level or at, to be able to participate as in the political space.
Karen had very many good ideas. She thought emerging leaders should focus on youth unemployment, which, as you know, is to get youth involved in agriculture. And then also civil service and public service. And then devolution was coming in on board. If you go on and on, then she herself wanted to go to graduate school at the same time. So the agenda was very big. So I said, let's start. And you can't get a branding if you are too far spread out. Let's just focus on emerging leaders.
And with the help of the board, the over 11 areas of interest were narrowed down to these three. But this was not all. Funding became the new headache, and the founder had
now have professionals in finance, in HR, in communications, in programs, doing their thing, doing what they trained to do. We have a board that manages the affairs of the organization. We have an alumni association. Essentially, we're now going to the grassroots to support other upcoming youth-serving organizations, whether for-profit or non-profit making organizations. And I look at the impact ELF has had so far, and I'm really happy and humble that I stuck it out. I never gave up.
In Kilifi, our whole community has renewed hope because we invested in Ashraf and he chose to multiply this effect.
Katika Tunaweza, mafunzo ambayo nimepata ni ya kufuatilizia jinsi gani county government zinavyoendeshwa, kama kwa kizungu wanaita advocacy. Pia ni kuna mambo na mentorship na mambo na budgeting processing, zote ambazo zinafanyika katika county assembly ya Kilifi. Alafu kitu muhimu sana ambayo nilipata kwa ELF ni integrity. Kama kiongozi lazima una integrity, honesty, ile uaminifu.
I would say the biggest tools that I gained from ELF were the tools of public speaking and public speaking for a cause, because you can be loud, you can be active, but what exactly are you saying? And so it enabled me to raise my voice where it mattered, because we also had trainers who were actually communication specialists, and they would actually tell us this is how we do our thing and this is the impact that we make. And being a lawyer who also had an interest in communication and advocacy, I think that really equipped me with the ability and the knowledge to know what to say and how to say it and who to say it to.
I didn't know how to engage the county government. I could see budgets being messed up. A project is not being done at a particular village. With the skills that Emerging Leaders gave me, I'm able now to identify an issue, who is responsible, with my understanding of the structure of the county government.
I think the fellows have been well selected, they're well trained, and I'd say they are the top cream of leaders you have selected to be part of this team. So all the fellows, in my own opinion, have exhibited the best skills of leadership, and they have been the most listening and supportive, because they have not only done the support that we need, they have also been giving us ideas, fresh ideas on what we can do to ensure that those of us who are in leadership are able to move forward to change through our different roles.
Then there are those who started with us, grew to serve in high places all the way in Cardiff, but the ELF attachment called them back. This is the story of Stella.
I owe everything that we have in Dada Power to my journey as a fellow at Ladies of Splendor. I started by sharing that the idea would not have been conceptualized from my passion to what we are doing now if I did not have that urge from my mentors at Emerging Leaders Foundation to begin from where I was.
Such is the impact of our 10 years, and these stories abound across more than 15 counties and counting.
The door that ELF gave me by being a leader, it has really opened so many doors for me. Actually, so many doors. Because one, if you go even to the assembly and say, talk of other NGOs, when they come in, they say we need some people to work with. You will never miss Tunaweza member inside that team. So being a member of Tunaweza, and the way it has been known for the kind of job they do, it is really making us also to be very marketable in our society. Like, people believe in us, they believe that we can always deliver. Given a job, given an opportunity to do something, they are sure that these people, they will do a great job.
And that role that ELF is playing is critical, extremely critical in building responsible citizens, in promoting active citizenship, and ensuring that people come into the marketplace not looking for favors, but at least knowing that the only way you're going to benefit from the marketplace is if you plan.
One of the things that we try to do is to ensure that young people start their own initiatives. And so if they can now start receiving the support that they need, because the work that they're doing without resources cannot be done.
I look at 10 years from now, and I'm definitely sure we need a fully fledged gender program. And it's definitely going to happen. I see us having an ELF youth center that is accessible to people living with disability, that is accessible to lactating mothers, that is youth friendly and youth responsive. I see us having a footprint across Africa. We've done excellent in Kenya, and I see us moving across the region.
We've put in the work in terms of capacity, building up the capacity of teams, building the proof of concept for mentorship and the coaching and the work that we do. building a legacy of training and working with and co-creating with young people and for young people, making sure and pushing for visibility and amplifying the voices of young people. So these 10 years represent the foundation that is then setting us up for takeoff into the future.
A clear and compelling vision of where ELF Africa is heading in the next season. Footprint in all the 47 counties in Kenya. Presence in at least 10 African countries. Directly reach 10 million youth in Africa. Have Pan-African network of 10,000 active alumni. Develop sub-granting capacity and sub-grant at least $2 million by 2032. Attract at least $1 million in direct project funding annually. Build a $1 million sustainability fund. Establish the ELF Center of Excellence. Develop internal capacity to match this 10-year ambition. Come with us. Walk with us. Let's go, Africa.
For 1 minute without saying anything and allow you and your table to ventilate over what you've just watched and listened to. 1 minute. Okay, all the way from the coast to the south, Kilifi, Mombasa, Makueni, Kitui, Nairobi, Narok, Murang'a, Kericho, Nakuru, Uasin Gishu, Kisumu, Kakamega, Migori, Bungoma, Samburu, and counting. That is where we have reached over the last 10 years. Now we are coming to your county. Was your county listed in those 15? If your county was not listed, put up your hand. If I didn't list your county. Nimewaona. Aya, mutatuambia hiyo ni county gani? We are coming there. In fact, the county you mentioned is the next one. We are setting shop. And you have had the vision, it is grand. I do not want to dilute it because Karen will talk about, together with the board chair, into it. But 10,000 youth over the last 10 years. Now the target, Madam DG, is 10 million. 10 million. 10 million is about, there are some 3 countries, when they put their population together, they are still less than 10 million. But that is our ambition. Hello? We are going Africa. So tell your neighbor, go Africa. I want to bring up our friend, our dear friend. This lady has also been with us all those 10 years, entertaining us every time we have gathered. And she is here. And she's here with a gift, a special gift, a unique gift. So Asta and the Rouge Band, if you could just take the stage. You have watched the ELF documentary. Now Asta is bringing you the official ELF Africa theme song. Apigiwe makofi tafadhali. And then you have seen there that we want to raise how much money in the next 10 years? Madam CAS, at least $10 million in direct project funding every year, Muhammad. So I'm going to tell you how you will use this song to contribute to those $10 million every year. Are we together? So get ready. After the Rouge Band, I'll be giving you that idea. Asta and the Rouge Band.
Hi, everyone. I'd just like to say a word or two about the ELF theme song. It's such an honor for me to be part of the ELF family with my band. And I'd like to thank you, Karen Macaulay, for this opportunity. And mostly, I want to thank God for the journey that He has enabled us to be able to do this song. The vision was birthed in 2018, and I gave it to Karen Macaulay. And she said, that's a great idea. And 2022 was the time for it to be developed. And when she gave the go-ahead, we are here now. And I'd like to sing this song with all my heart. The producer is actually my pianist. He's called Kim. Say hi, Kim.
Hi.
And we worked as a team with all our love. We believe in the ELF dream, and we will forever stand by ELF. May I please have the music stand, please? Thank you. So this is the producer of the song. Let's give a hand to Kim. Because I get excited and nervous, I might forget the lyrics. So this is just my backup plan. Kim, up there, we're ready.
Watch out, they are coming, a generation emerging, rising up from Africa, like no other. Moving like a tidal wave, eye on the prize, they cannot be swayed. Soaring like an eagle, roaring like a lion, standing tall and majestic like Mount Zion. Are you ready? Africa!
Oh yes!
Are you ready?
Come on!
From the east to the west to the center, everywhere. Let's go!
Let's go!
Badiliko yamefika sasa, kizazi kipya kimefika, sherekea. We're the emerging leaders, Africa.
Tuko hapa, tutapa, tutapa. Tuko hapa.
Badiliko yamefika sasa,
Tuko hapa.
kizazi kipya kimefika, sherekea.
We're the emerging leaders, Africa. Tutapa, tutapa, tutapa. Tuko hapa.
Badiliko yamefika sasa, kizazi kipya kimefika, sherekea.
We're the emerging leaders, Africa. Tutapa, tutapa, tutapa. Tuko hapa. We're the emerging leaders, Africa. Tutapa, tutapa, tutapa. Tuko hapa.
Thank you, Stella. Asta, thank you very much. You know, I was hoping that all of you would join my friend Ashraf to dance to this song. Alafu nikaona anapita tu katikati yenu mnamwangalia tu. But maybe you didn't know that you were expected to stand. Now you know, and Asta will be back. Sawa sawa, Madam Daktari Katindi. Asta will be back, and you will be opening the dance floor. Mkiwa na Daktari Sylvester. Daktari Sylvester, I see you. Thank you very much. So, I told you there's a way of you using this song to contribute to our $10 million in direct funding per year, right? Now, this is how. When you call your friend who uses any of the local lines, what do you hear? What do you hear? Now, in another, and let me not use that line because you're used to that line in a different context. In a few months, you will be able to have that as your skiza tune. Makofi. Asante, asante. All right, now, we have kept you sitting for about an hour now, and we are really kind people, so we'd like you to stretch your legs and also like you to top up your breakfast. How does that sound? That sounds nice, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Breakfast is set at the back there, but you only have 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes for top up. So here's what we're going to do. We will go out there, serve your breakfast, come with it to your table. Is that fine? As the panel gets ready here, okay? So you can. The ushers are ready. Our people who are hosting us at the back there are on point. They have assured me we can do this in 3.5 minutes. And I was also assured by the event team here that the guests who have been invited here are very ni watu wako faster. So 3.5 minutes will be enough. And then I'll invite my sister Stella Agara with her team to have a conversation before we bring in Karen, who will. So let us proceed. As Villagers Band, entertainer number. So 3.5 minutes. Let's proceed, please. Enid, Wanjiko, and Miriam are there. And there's a whole team of hosts who will shepherd us to where our breakfast is served. 3.5 minutes. We now have 3 minutes left. So
a mountain and I had my doubt, denying everything. I wish this could be over now, but I know that you still need me. You say I'm crazy, 'cause you don't think I know what you've done. I know I'm not your little one, no. I am loved from my knees. You tell me it's love. You say
ekomi mikolo mipolenga na sambwa nasala nyonso bongo mpona zwa yo nzambo na ye kokabola biso ameki mpe alesa yo isomo fétiche esalinga zele motema eziki makila nzoto esopani olinga komi kaina kaina nasala nyonso bongo nzambola ye kokabola biso ameki mpe alesa yo boba nzela latima mpe basala somo fétiche esalinga motema eziki makila nzoto esombani olinga kaina nalingi na ngai wa bolingo ebongi odeside ya momotino wana jele patela mipeko kana kopesa yo soki yobebisi lelo bango baseka amatino balingaka mingi na kati
viongozi wa kesho.
Thank you very much. I was tempted to continue dancing, but till the time comes for us to dance. My name is Stella Agara, and I'm going to be moderating this conversation on behalf of ELF. I am a friend of ELF, a friend of Karen, and a friend of a supporter of all the work that ELF does. It's such a pleasure to be the one hosting this conversation. I will join the voices of everyone in the room in congratulating ELF at 10. It is beautiful to watch this. Those of you who are still tapping your tea and your cups, I encourage you to make it a little more silent so that all the attention can be diverted here. Enjoy the ride. I'm going to introduce my very powerful panel. I have a selection of speakers that I'm going to be engaging in this conversation. And I'm going to introduce them one by one so that you're all familiar with those of the panel. My first speaker that I'm going to introduce is Damaris Mugai, who is an environmentalist who has devoted her entire life to development challenges related to environmental sustainability. Mugai has over the years successfully worked with different environmental aspects of development projects while connecting them to other broad matters such as poverty reduction, conservation economics, ecosystem management, development communication, as well as gender and youth, as the environment is a pillar that cannot be handled in isolation. She is also a proud member of the Network of African Women Environmentalists. Ms. Mugai holds a master's degree in water resources management from the University of Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and a postgraduate diploma in environmental journalism and communication from Makerere University, Uganda, and a bachelor degree in environmental planning and management from Kenyatta University. Help me welcome Ms. Damaris Mugai, who is also my friend and my sister. Welcome, Damaris. Like you want a